My friends, brothers, and sisters, we stand at a crossroads in our lives, in our communities, in our world. The journey of life is not one of ease, but one of struggle, perseverance, and triumph. And on this journey, there are 5 crucial elements that each and every one of us must commit to each and every day. These are the pillars upon which we build our future, the foundation upon which we stand as individuals, as families, and as a people. Character is the bedrock upon which everything we do is built. It shapes our actions, defines our relationships, and ultimately determines the legacy we leave behind. It is not enough to simply exist, to move through the motions of life. We must strive to cultivate a character that reflects integrity, honesty, compassion, and resilience. Character is not formed in moments of ease. It is forged in moments of challenge, in the moments when we are faced with choices that test who we truly are. The essence of who we are, deep down, is revealed not in the grandeur of public victories but in the quiet moments of personal reflection and decision-making. We must first recognize that character is not an innate trait, it is something we build. It is not something that simply comes with age or experience, but something we work on every day. Much like a craftsman carefully chisels away at stone to reveal a masterpiece, so too must we carefully shape and refine our character. The decisions we make, the words we speak, and the actions we take all play a part in sculpting the person we ultimately become. It is easy to act in ways that are self-serving or convenient in the short term, but true character is formed in our ability to act in accordance with what is right, even when it is difficult, even when it requires sacrifice. Integrity is at the heart of character. Integrity is doing what is right when no one is watching. It is having the courage to speak the truth even when that truth might be uncomfortable or unpopular. It is standing firm in our principles, even when the world around us pulls us in different directions. Integrity demands consistency. Our actions must align with our words, and our words must align with our beliefs. There is no room for hypocrisy in a life of character. Integrity calls us to be honest with ourselves and others, to confront our own flaws and shortcomings, and to strive always to improve. But integrity alone is not enough. We must also nurture empathy and compassion. True character is reflected not only in how we treat ourselves, but in how we treat others. In a world often filled with division and strife, we must seek to understand those who are different from us, to listen to their stories, and to recognize their humanity. Compassion goes beyond feeling for others. It calls us to act on behalf of those who are suffering, to reach out a hand to those in need, and to be a source of support in times of hardship. It is easy to become indifferent to the struggles of others, but true character demands that we see the struggles of others as our own. Resilience is another cornerstone of character. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of failure. But it is not in these moments that we are defined. What truly defines us is how we rise after we fall. Resilience is the ability to persevere in the face of adversity, to pick ourselves up when we are knocked down, and to continue moving forward, no matter how difficult the path may seem. It is in the face of hardship that our character is truly tested, and it is through our ability to endure and persist that we find our true strength. A person of character does not give up when times get tough. Instead, they dig deeper, they push harder, and they continue to move forward with faith and determination. It is important to remember that building character is a lifelong process. We will never reach a point where we can say, "I have arrived," or "I am perfect." The pursuit of character is a constant journey, and every day presents us with opportunities to improve, to learn, and to grow. It is through our failures that we learn our greatest lessons, and through our successes that we are reminded of our potential. Character is not something that can be developed in isolation. It is shaped by our relationships with others, by the communities we are a part of, and by the values we uphold. Ultimately, the character we build will be the legacy we leave behind. When we are gone, it will not be our material wealth or our accolades that people remember, but the kind of person we were, the way we treated others, and the choices we made in moments of difficulty. It is through our character that we can change the world, one action, one word, one choice at a time. We have the power to shape the world around us, but that power is only realized when we first work to shape ourselves. And so, we must dedicate ourselves every day to the work of building and refining our character. It is a work that never ends, but it is a work that is always worth doing. Relationships are the very foundation of our existence. As human beings, we are not solitary creatures. We are social beings inherently connected to one another. From the moment we are born, our lives are intertwined with others, family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. These connections shape our experiences, influence our growth, and provide us with the support and encouragement we need to navigate life's challenges. The quality of our relationships often determines the quality of our lives. Therefore, it is essential that we commit to nurturing and strengthening our relationships every day. At the heart of every strong relationship lies trust. Trust is the bedrock upon which all meaningful connections are built. Without trust, there can be no true intimacy, no real understanding. Trust is earned over time through consistent actions, open communication, and a genuine commitment to the well-being of others. It is not something that can be taken for granted, nor can it be rebuilt overnight if it is broken. The trust we give and receive in our relationships shapes how we interact with others and how we feel about ourselves. We must therefore strive to be trustworthy, to act in ways that demonstrate reliability, honesty, and integrity. Communication is another cornerstone of healthy relationships. It is often said that communication is the key to understanding, and indeed it is. The way we speak to others, the words we choose, and the manner in which we listen all play a significant role in how our relationships evolve. Effective communication involves more than just talking. It involves active listening, empathy, and the ability to express our feelings, thoughts, and needs clearly and respectfully. It is easy to assume that the other person understands our intentions, but true communication requires openness, vulnerability, and a willingness to be heard. Listening, without judgment or interruption, is as important as speaking, for it allows us to connect with others on a deeper level and to show that we value their perspective. Respect is another vital element of any meaningful relationship. It is the recognition of the inherent worth of another person, regardless of their background, beliefs, or actions. Respect is not just about being polite or courteous. It is about honoring the individuality of others and valuing them for who they are. In relationships, respect means recognizing and embracing differences rather than trying to change or control the other person. It means accepting people as they are, even when they may not meet our expectations or desires. When we treat others with respect, we create an environment of safety and acceptance where both parties feel valued and understood. But relationships are not without their challenges. Conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship, whether it is between friends, family, or partners. Disagreements and misunderstandings will arise, and it is how we handle these moments that will determine the strength of our connections. Conflict is not something to be avoided or ignored, but something to be addressed with care, patience, and a willingness to find common ground. When conflict arises, it is essential to approach it with a mindset of collaboration, not confrontation, rather than focusing on winning or proving a point. The goal should be to reach a mutual understanding, to respect the other person's feelings, and to find a solution that works for both parties. Conflict, when handled well, can actually strengthen a relationship as it provides an opportunity for growth, deeper understanding, and a reaffirmation of commitment. Love is the emotional force that holds relationships together. It is not always about grand gestures or expressions of affection, but about the small, consistent acts of care and kindness that we show one another every day. Love in relationships is about being there when it matters, offering support when needed, and sharing in both the joys and sorrows of life. It is about showing patience, forgiveness, and understanding when mistakes are made, and it is about celebrating the successes and victories of those we care about. Love is unconditional. It does not demand perfection, but it nurtures growth and transformation. In a relationship built on love, there is a sense of security and belonging, a feeling that we are valued not for what we can give, but simply for who we are. Lastly, healthy relationships require ongoing effort and investment. They do not thrive on their own, but require active participation from both parties. This means making time for one another, offering support during times of need, and continually working on improving communication and understanding. Relationships, like plants, need to be nurtured in order to grow. If we neglect them, they will wither. If we invest in them, they will flourish and bring joy and fulfillment into our lives. In a world that often emphasizes individual achievement and personal success, it can be easy to overlook the importance of relationships. Yet, it is through our relationships that we find our deepest sense of purpose, our greatest joys, and our most profound lessons. They teach us the value of love, of trust, of empathy, and of connection. They remind us that we are not alone, that we are part of something greater than ourselves. So, let us commit to working on our relationships every day. Let us invest in them with love, respect, and dedication, for they are the true treasures of life. Health is the most precious asset we possess. Without it, no amount of wealth, success, or material possession can bring true fulfillment. It is the foundation upon which we build our lives, and it is through our health that we are able to engage fully in the world around us. Yet, in the hustle and bustle of modern life, it is easy to neglect our health, to overlook the importance of taking care of our bodies and minds. Health is not something that can be taken for granted, nor is it something that can be regained once it has been lost. It requires ongoing effort, conscious choices, and a commitment to well-being every single day. Physical health is the first area we must focus on, for it is our bodies that carry us through life. Our bodies are designed to move, to be active, and to be nourished by the food we consume. Yet, in today's sedentary lifestyle, many of us fail to give our bodies the care they need. Exercise is a critical part of maintaining physical health. It strengthens the heart, improves circulation, boosts the immune system, and increases energy levels. Regular physical activity also plays a vital role in reducing the risk of chronic conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. But exercise is not just about preventing illness, it is about feeling good, both physically and mentally. Exercise releases endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones which improve mood, reduce stress, and enhance overall well-being. Whether it is through walking, running, yoga, or weight training, we must make time to move our bodies each day. Equally important to physical health is proper nutrition. Our bodies are made up of the food we eat, and the quality of that food directly impacts our overall well-being. A balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, provides the essential nutrients our bodies need to function optimally. Proper nutrition fuels our energy levels, supports brain function, and promotes healthy digestion, among many other benefits. Unfortunately, in a world filled with processed foods and fast food options, it is easy to make poor dietary choices. But we must remember that what we eat today impacts our health tomorrow. Taking the time to nourish our bodies with wholesome, nutrient-dense foods is one of the most powerful ways we can take control of our health and well-being. Adequate sleep is another crucial element of good health. Sleep is not a luxury, but a necessity. It is during sleep that our bodies repair, rejuvenate, and recharge for the day ahead. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation, cognitive function, immune system health, and emotional regulation. Without enough sleep, we become more susceptible to stress, illness, and fatigue, and our ability to focus and perform tasks decreases. Unfortunately, in today's fast-paced society, many of us sacrifice sleep in favor of productivity or entertainment. However, chronic sleep deprivation can have serious long-term effects on our health, including an increased risk of developing chronic conditions like hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease. Prioritizing sleep is essential for maintaining both physical and mental health. Aim for 7-9 hours of sleep each night. Create a sleep-friendly environment and establish a bedtime routine to help signal to your body that it's time to rest. Mental health is equally as important as physical health, and in many ways it is just as vital to overall well-being. The mind and body are intimately connected, and what affects one affects the other. Mental health challenges such as stress, anxiety, and depression can have a profound impact on our physical health, leading to issues like high blood pressure, digestive problems, and a weakened immune system. Conversely, physical health problems can exacerbate mental health conditions, creating a cycle of discomfort and distress. It is therefore essential that we take care of both our bodies and our minds. Stress management is a key component of mental health. In a world that demands so much of us, it is easy to become overwhelmed, but stress is a silent killer. Chronic stress can lead to burnout, exhaustion, and even serious health issues. Taking time each day to relax, meditate, or engage in activities that bring joy and peace is critical for maintaining mental health. Mindfulness practices, deep breathing exercises, and even just taking a few moments to step away from the demands of life can help reduce stress levels and promote mental clarity. Social connections are also an important aspect of health. We are social creatures, and human connection plays a powerful role in our well-being. Relationships with family, friends, and communities provide support, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. Positive social interactions help reduce stress, increase happiness, and contribute to a sense of fulfillment. In fact, research has shown that people with strong social connections tend to live longer, healthier lives. In contrast, isolation and loneliness can have a detrimental effect on both physical and mental health, leading to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and even premature death. Investing in relationships, maintaining meaningful connections, and surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive people is an essential part of a healthy life. Finally, self-care is a critical aspect of health that is often overlooked. Taking time to care for yourself, whether through relaxation, hobbies, or simply taking a break, is essential for maintaining balance and well-being. Life can be demanding, and it is easy to neglect our own needs in favor of responsibilities and obligations. But self-care is not selfish. It is a necessary practice for ensuring that we are able to show up as our best selves in all areas of life. Whether it's taking a walk in nature, reading a book, practicing yoga, or simply resting, we must prioritize time for ourselves to recharge and restore our energy. Health is not something we can take for granted, nor is it something that can be achieved through quick fixes or shortcuts. It is a lifelong commitment to making choices that nourish and care for our bodies, minds, and spirits. We must work on our health every day, knowing that each small decision we make contributes to our overall well-being. When we prioritize our health, we are giving ourselves the best chance to live a fulfilling, vibrant life. The mind is one of the most powerful and complex entities we possess. It shapes our perceptions, drives our actions, and influences the way we navigate the world. Everything we experience, every decision we make, and every relationship we form is filtered through the lens of our mind. It is the source of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and it holds the key to our personal growth and success. Just as we care for our bodies through exercise, nutrition, and rest, we must also take time to nurture and cultivate our minds, for the health of the mind is just as essential to our overall well-being. At the core of mental health is the ability to think clearly, focus, and make sound decisions. Our minds are constantly at work, processing information, interpreting events, and creating responses. In today's world, where distractions are abundant and demands are high, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of thoughts and tasks we juggle on a daily basis. Without mental clarity, we can become easily stressed, anxious, and confused, leading to a lack of focus and diminished productivity. To maintain a healthy mind, it is crucial that we practice mindfulness and cultivate mental discipline. This involves learning how to quiet the noise of the world and focus on the present moment. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, and focused attention help train the mind to be more aware and less reactive. Through these practices, we can reduce stress, increase mental clarity, and foster a sense of inner peace. One of the most powerful tools we have for maintaining mental health is the ability to control our thoughts. Our thoughts influence our emotions, and our emotions, in turn, influence our actions. Negative thought patterns, such as self-doubt, fear, or anxiety, can have a significant impact on our mental well-being. These thoughts can create a cycle of negativity, where our beliefs about ourselves or the world around us shape our reality. However, we have the power to challenge and change these thought patterns. Cognitive behavioral techniques, such as reframing negative thoughts, can help us break free from these cycles and shift our thinking toward a more positive and constructive mindset. By learning to recognize and replace negative thought patterns with healthier, more realistic ones, we can create a more resilient and balanced mental state. Equally important to maintaining a healthy mind is emotional regulation. Emotions are a natural and essential part of the human experience, but when they are not managed properly, they can lead to stress, conflict, and poor decision making. Learning how to regulate our emotions allows us to respond to situations in a measured, thoughtful way, rather than reacting impulsively. This requires self-awareness and the ability to recognize when emotions are beginning to rise. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and taking a moment to pause and reflect before reacting can help us maintain emotional balance. Emotional regulation is also about accepting and expressing our emotions in a healthy way. Bottling up emotions can lead to mental and physical health problems, while expressing emotions in a constructive manner can help us process and release them. Healthy emotional expression allows us to connect with others, build stronger relationships, and improve our overall mental health. The mind is also deeply influenced by the relationships we maintain and the environment we create. Our thoughts and emotions are shaped by the people we interact with, the media we consume, and the surroundings in which we live. Toxic environments, negative relationships, or constant exposure to stressors can have a detrimental effect on mental health. Therefore, it is essential that we create a positive and supportive environment for our minds. This includes surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and encourage us, seeking out positive experiences, and being mindful of the media and information we expose ourselves to. Engaging in positive social interactions, spending time with loved ones, and participating in activities that bring joy and fulfillment all contribute to a healthier, more resilient mind. Another important aspect of mental well-being is mental stimulation. The mind thrives on challenge and growth. Just as our bodies require physical exercise to stay healthy, our minds need intellectual stimulation to stay sharp. Engaging in activities that challenge the brain, such as reading, learning new skills, solving puzzles, or having thoughtful conversations, helps improve cognitive function and keeps the mind active. Lifelong learning is essential for mental health, as it fosters a sense of purpose and accomplishment. The more we engage with new ideas and concepts, the more our brains create new neural connections, improving memory, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. In a world that often values immediate gratification and superficial entertainment, it is important to take time to nurture the mind through deep learning and personal growth. In addition to intellectual stimulation, rest and recovery are essential for maintaining a healthy mind. Just as our bodies need sleep to restore energy, our minds also require time to rest and recharge. Sleep plays a critical role in mental health as it allows the brain to process information, consolidate memories, and repair neural pathways. Without adequate sleep, cognitive function declines, memory becomes impaired, and emotional regulation becomes more difficult. It is essential that we prioritize sleep and ensure that our minds have the opportunity to rest and recover. Additionally, taking breaks throughout the day, stepping away from stressful tasks, and engaging in activities that promote relaxation, such as spending time in nature, practicing yoga, or engaging in hobbies are essential for maintaining mental balance. Finally, our mindset, how we view ourselves and the world around us, plays a crucial role in our mental health. A growth mindset, the belief that we can improve and grow through effort and perseverance, can help us navigate challenges with resilience and optimism. On the other hand, a fixed mindset, the belief that our abilities are set in stone and cannot be changed, can lead to feelings of helplessness and stagnation. By cultivating a growth mindset, we open ourselves up to learning, growth, and personal development. This mindset fosters resilience, encourages us to take risks, and allows us to view failure as an opportunity to learn rather than a setback. In conclusion, the mind is the center of our being, and its health is the key to living a fulfilling and successful life. By cultivating mental discipline, challenging negative thought patterns, regulating our emotions, creating a positive environment, stimulating our intellect, prioritizing rest, and adopting a growth mindset, we can nurture our minds and unlock our full potential. Our mental health is a lifelong journey, but with intentional effort and care, we can maintain a strong, clear, and resilient mind that supports us in every aspect of life. Purpose is the driving force behind our lives, the compass that guides us through the complexities of existence. It is what gives our actions meaning, what propels us forward when the path ahead seems uncertain, and what motivates us to keep moving even in the face of adversity. Without purpose, life can feel aimless, and we may struggle to find fulfillment. It is purpose that provides us with a sense of direction, a reason for being, and the inner strength to overcome the challenges that inevitably arise. At its core, purpose is deeply personal. It is not something that can be dictated by others or imposed upon us. While society may try to define success in terms of wealth, status, or power, true purpose is found in the alignment between our actions and our values. It is the realization of what matters most to us, what we are passionate about, and what we want to contribute to the world. Discovering one's purpose is often a journey of self-discovery, and it may evolve over time as we grow and learn more about ourselves. The search for purpose is a universal experience, yet it is also uniquely individual. Some people may find their purpose in their career, others in family or relationships, and still others in service to their communities or causes. Purpose is not confined to any one area of life. It can manifest in many different forms. What is most important is that it resonates with who we are at our core. Purpose is the fuel that powers our actions, and it connects us to something greater than ourselves, whether that is a sense of duty to others, a desire to leave a legacy, or the pursuit of personal growth and fulfillment. One of the key benefits of having purpose is the sense of meaning it provides. When we are aligned with our purpose, our actions have a sense of intention and significance. We no longer go through the motions of life without thought or direction. Instead, we approach each day with a clear sense of why we are doing what we are doing. This sense of meaning not only brings clarity to our actions, but also enhances our overall well-being. Studies have shown that individuals with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to experience greater happiness, lower levels of stress, and even longer life expectancy. This connection between purpose and well-being is no coincidence. Purpose gives us a reason to invest in our lives, to care for ourselves, and to persevere through difficult times. Purpose also plays a vital role in resilience. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. Without a sense of purpose, these obstacles can feel insurmountable, and we may be tempted to give up or lose hope. However, when we have a clear purpose, we are more likely to approach difficulties with determination and perseverance. Purpose provides us with the strength to keep going even when the journey is tough. It serves as a reminder that the struggles we face are not meaningless, but part of a larger process that will ultimately lead us closer to our goals. Whether we are pursuing a personal dream, working toward a professional achievement, or making a difference in the lives of others, purpose acts as a steady anchor, preventing us from drifting off course when things get hard. Furthermore, purpose enhances our ability to contribute to others and to the world around us. When we have a sense of purpose, we are more likely to engage in acts of kindness, generosity, and service. Purpose helps us recognize the needs of those around us and inspires us to take action to make a positive impact. This sense of contribution not only benefits others, but also brings a deep sense of fulfillment. Helping others and making a difference, no matter how small, gives us a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction that is not easily replicated by material gains or personal achievements. Purpose connects us to the collective experience of humanity, reminding us that we are part of something much